Hey guys, welcome to another episode of our Herpe Shop Shop. This week, I'm buying more things. You're probably thinking to yourself, I don't need another project. And you're damn right, I do not. But, the Hilux isn't really keeping up with what I want to do. If I ever use a car trailer, the Hilux tops out at 2.2 tonne, which is not enough, really. So you have the car trailer and a car on the back, that's pretty much it, fully loaded, and it doesn't tow very well. So this truck is going to be for the Dodge project down the road. So I'll use the engine, gearbox, diff, the front I-beam, all the brakes, all the suspension, everything I can, absolutely everything I can from this for the Dodge. And then for now, what I'm going to do is just give it a bit of a haircut. That'll make sense later. But then I'm just going to fix what's wrong with it. So it's got a broken something. And then I will drive it. So I'll get rid of the Hilux, and as you saw in a couple episodes ago, I bought a Getz for a daily. So once the truck's on the road, I'll sell the Hilux, drive the Getz to work, and I'll have this thing as a tow vehicle parts hauler type thing. So let's get into it. So I'm currently at the auction yard looking at an Isuzu MPR. So this would be the donor for the Dodge project, which I haven't actually started yet. So just had a quick look around it. It's a 5-speed, it's turbo, it's everything I want it to be. It's 150,000 Ks. It does run. I don't know if I was supposed to start it, but I did. It's got a damaged front section, but I'll just cut it off like this high and then call it a day for now. The doors, both the latches work, the hinges work, everything's bent, so it doesn't shut that great. And it's got a tailgate lifter, so could be a good deal if it's a good deal, essentially. I don't know how much it's going to go for, but we'll put in some bids on this on Friday. Wish me luck. Alright, so it's Friday morning. I've just logged into the auction website. They're doing lot 1014 at the moment, and if we go to all lots, mine is number 2066. Few pages of stuff to go. It goes to 1093 and then it goes to 2000, so it's not too many lots. Hopefully I can get this thing for under 15 grand, would be really nice. Hoping about 10, but I'm happy to go to 15 because they're getting hard to find, so here we go. I'll update you when we get a bit closer. So this next truck's probably the closest thing to what I want to buy that's coming up before I'm buying it. So this is a 2008 NNR, which is the smaller version of what I want to buy. So let's see what it goes for. So this truck has a heap more kilometers than the one I'm looking at. It's got 385,000. It's a lot smaller. It is the smaller like frame and engine and body and everything, so it is much different, but it's the closest thing to what I'm looking at, so we'll see how it's going for price, and then I should have a better idea about what mine's going to go for. So it doesn't look like there's much interest in it. Keep dropping the price. Can't sell it. New asking price 6 grand. Jesus, 72.50. That's a pretty good sign for me. But these trucks are cheaper, like I said. There you go, it sold for 72.50. So to buy the truck that I'm looking for second hand is about anywhere from, I saw them at the start of the coronavirus stuff, they were about 12 grand all the way up to 40. So it really depends what you want and what you get. So it's just a curtain side, not a Pantech, so it's nothing too crazy. It's pretty much as standard as they come, so it should be on the lower end of things, and it's got a bit of damage and stuff. And a blown gearbox. So hopefully around the 10 to 12 mark. I spoke to the guy at the Manheim lot and he said they were asking 9 to 10 for it, so it'll start there somewhere. And he said they want about, well, he thinks it'll go for about 12. So I should be good with my 15 grand limit, but we'll see how we go. Really hoping I get it for about 10, that'd be awesome. So just for some context, this truck that's coming up now is the same model, but a much newer, so it's 2018. Similar kilometers, it's got 50,000 Ks less, which I'm calling similar, but this is a statutory write-off. But the engine and gearbox in this is the same as what I'm getting, so you can see how quickly the price is climbing. But just an engine and gearbox and all the running gear is probably the best part of 10 grand from a Wreckers. So if this thing goes for anything under 10 grand, which I can't see that happening, it's a bloody good deal, so we'll see how we go. I might go for under 10 grand, that'd be really good for whoever's bidding on this one. A good sign for me anyway. I'm so nervous about this, I've never bid on an auction online So this is lot number 2035, so we're 2066, so we're getting pretty close now. Sold for 12,000. That's a really good sign for me. However, mine is not a statutory write-off and no kind of write-off, so it might go for about the same. But that was a much better engine and gearbox, being newer and less Ks. Here we go. This is the truck that I'm after. Replace bid, prepare to bid. I think it's going to start about 9 or 10, so we'll see how we go. Preferred sale, 8,000 my bid. I don't know what that means. Well, provisional looks like I won. So it is in the winning lots as $8,000, but I'm not sure what the go is because it said it was a referred sale, so I don't know if that means it didn't meet the reserve maybe, or something like that, so I'll have to call them and find out. So as you just saw, I stopped filming to call the auction house. So I bought this thing and it turns out it was a referred sale, which I had no idea what that means. That means it didn't reach the asking price, so the reserve, which is kind of what I thought, but I rang them and asked. So if that happens, the auction house then rings the seller, sees if they're happy with my price, or if we meet in the middle, or we do a bit of a arrangement kind of thing, or if we can't come to an agreement, they just put it back into auction like the following week. So in this case, the seller was happy with my price, so I paid the $8,000 for it, plus the fees. So this truck owed me $9,500 delivered. So that is really cheap. I thought if I could get it for under 10 grand, I would be laughing. And I got it for 9.5, so that's absolutely crazy. This thing, once it's fixed and back on the road, would be worth probably the high teens. Like anywhere from 15 to 20 grand really. Low Ks, and if it's all running and driving and it's registered and everything's all good and happy with it, I can't see why I wouldn't get that kind of price, so it's an absolute bargain. So let's get it delivered. Flat top towing on time as always. Yeah boy, let's get this thing unloaded. Let's hope this isn't a sign of the Hino saving the Isuzu. I don't want this to be a trend. It's bloody huge. Looks tiny on the back of his truck. Oh jeez. Alright, it's home. Just got the Hilux running because we're going out in a minute. Let's get the aircon pumping. So this is the truck. Looks exactly the same as it did in the first clip of this video, but it's hard up against the gate and it takes up a lot of the driveway. So it's going to be a bit awkward while I've got the Hilux, but when I can move to the Getz, I should be able to park it in front, and by then I should be able to park this thing out the back. So I'll just climb in. So there's the controls for the lifter, which I'll have a play with later. Radio, cool, whatever. Aircon and heater, which is sick. No airbag, which is really ideal for what I want to do with it. And then there's nothing too crazy anywhere. A few papers and stuff in there, nothing to worry about. 159,000 on it. Starts and runs. But it doesn't go in gear, so that's first, and sorry, that's reverse actually. Put it first. So first is down here, like the Model A, and it does nothing. Well, it's trying. Yeah, pretty much nothing. Put it in reverse, does nothing. So something is a bit sus, but there's no noises, which is odd. So I'll have to have a look into that later. Bunch of receipts and stuff. Couple tools and water bottles and stuff, jack and things. Electric windows. Sweet. Window goes up horribly because this seal's all munched. Push the top over. Yeah, that's not great. There we go. There we go, it's up. See if this aircon works. That's about the only thing I care about in most cars. So just give it a second. Yep, it's pretty cool. Alright, that's it. It's got like 3/4 of the tank of fuel. Now let's fix this gearbox at some point. It's not going to be today. I'm going to go out. Sweet. So that's it for this week on the truck. I don't really want to work on it straight away, but it is very in the way and I can't move it. So I need to get into it. I've got a mate down the road that works at the Isuzu Wreckers. It's probably like 10-15 minutes away, and he's got gearboxes, clutches. He can get the clutches from Isuzu themselves. He's got a diff, he's got tail shafts, he's got everything I could need. So whatever's wrong with it, he will be able to help me with parts. So I'm not too stressed, but I need to work out what's wrong with it and be confident so I don't buy 2 lots of parts. If it's a gearbox and I buy a diff first, it's a waste of money. So I need to work out what's wrong with it exactly and then go from there.